Yo, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. So yeah, I've just stumbled upon a realization, and I've been trying to connect the dots. And by the way, I've been bumping up, so you guys may have to forgive me. I've been taking care of my skin, but it's just, I don't know if it's stress or if it's just hormones. Hormones. All right, but anyway, I came to the realization that thinkers don't really get as much recognition because feelers run the entertainment industry, right? So, and the thing is, their message comes across, and I'm talking about feelers. They're more warm, they're more emotional, right? They're more appealing to children, right? They're more just people. They're people pleasers. So it comes naturally to them. And the thing with that is, like, with thinking types, they're more along the lines of, why should I risk my sanity when I can just figure things out logically and explain it to you? But if you don't get it, then why should I continue to try to appeal to your emotions? It's like, no, we're just like moving on. You know what I mean? And that's what's destroying us, right? So I would like to go into depth. I'm gonna bring up a few examples. Um, in the music space, who is the king of pop, right? The king of pop. Who is that dude? It's Michael Jackson, right? So that dude rocked audiences, did gestures, and just did poses that generated so much aura, right? R.I.P. to you though, Michael, if you're listening to this. Um, but yeah, like his personality type, I looked it up. It's an ISFP, meaning introverted, sensing, feeling, and perceiving. That's the perfect combination to anyone who just wants a hug, right? Who just right, he's just right there, like he's not even thinking about any abstract thoughts, or you know what I mean? He's appealing to what's going on in the world. There's violence, there's let's come together. Let's save humanity. And let's just all have a one big group hug, right? And it sounds logical, emotionally logical to all my I'm not saying that's not a bad way of thinking. Like, that's his way of thinking. That's a lot of people's way of thinking, right? But it's kind of like, for us thinkers, the intuitioners, the judging types, right? Um, all my thinkers, we're looking at it as like a puppy love, right? We're like, oh, that's so cute, but that's not how the world works. It's not. All right, another example, Chris Brown, right? What's his personality type? ESFP, right? So the only difference is he's more extroverted um, than Michael. And then I looked up another one. Um, um, I looked up Mike B, right? Also another feeler type. So you kind of get the gist, right? And then I know I looked up a long time ago. I'm like, damn, like this world is just not for us thinkers. Like, I mean, it is, but it's like we're always perceived as like the villain for just spreading logic. And it's the thing is, we don't appeal to emotion, so that's why we come off with this villain aura or energy. And the more that little arc that we have developed is just the more of the frustration and the what do you call it? Just tension, like resentment that we build up. And that's why, like, when we say we hate people, we hate like a specific gender, it's not because we actually hate them, be purely for them existing, but it's because of a series of actions that has taken place, which, it's not honorable, it's not forgivable. And we're not God, we're not Jesus, so we can't really judge. We're not perfect, but still, it's like we can, while we're here, we can make our own assessments based on whether or not a person deserves such treatment. And when we hear, oh, treat everyone as equals, treat everyone, it's like, no, like us thinkers, we're like, no, like, why? And the thing is, we don't mean any ill will. We don't. But it's like, our way of perceiving the world is like, no, I mean, that's just not how the world works. It's just, by actually following your lead, your emotional decision making, we would actually be hurting ourselves way more. Because we know, here's the thing, we know no one else is gonna follow it. I think that's another big one. I mean, there might be a few people that, or it might be a movement, right? It might be a trend. But guess what? Trends, movements, they all die off, they all fade. And then what are you left with? You're left with even more of your past actions that you have to consider or reevaluate. Well, not reevaluate, but just review. You have to review your past actions. And a lot of people, they don't even want to look into their past because they think everyone should forgive my past. I'm not perfect, but I'm not going to take accountability. And I don't have empathy. Yeah, that's another thing. Is like, people. Oh, I'm gonna leave off with this last point. I'm stumbling over my words too. A lot of these feeling types, they think they have empathy, but then turns out they're just sympathetic. So they may say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you," or like, "Oh, I understand how you feel," and like, no, because let's say I'm trying to keep this as generic as possible, but let's just say you stumble to someone with standards, right? You stumble to a person that actually has a vision, and you don't fit as a requirement, or you don't fit their requirement. I'm not gonna say his, I'm gonna say their. They're like, and you're in these emotional people's minds, these feeling types, they're like, well, you don't really care about how I feel, so you're not a good person. But in reality, it's like, bro, you're the one that came to them with your flawed self, and they're just looking at you. They're analyzing you like, okay, if in order to be a part of this empire, then you have to be a certain way, and you can probably still fix the positioning that you're at, but it's either you gotta make some physical change, or you gotta like accept something that you probably want to accept before you met the individual. And then it's like, yeah, you're not a good person. Okay, sure. Anyway, that was my analysis. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm pretty sure I'll get a lot of disagreeing, but disagreements are just part of life. I just learned to accept it. So There's that. I don't want to promote my channel all the time, but hey, why not? So I have my not channel, website. So I have a consultation website for anyone who's new here. And I have two options for you. You can either um, book me for consultation, where I'm going to go over your issues, any problems that you have, anything that you might need clarity on. If you need any sort of like reassurance, I wouldn't say emotional reassurance, but just, if you need some criticism, some constructive criticism on the path that you're taking, I will be able to help you with that. Now you can do that as a one-on-one video Zoom call. We'll do it for 40 minutes, and then after that you can book another one and keep it going. It's not like it's a one time, oh, I remember you. Remember we talked about? No, it's nothing like that. It's just, hey, it's a service, right? You you go eat when you're ready. Um, or we can do, I'm going to do a format just like this where I'm going to post your situation on YouTube. You can choose to remain anonymous if you would like. But I'm just going to read over what you sent me, break it down, give you exactly what you need to do, and or accept, because sometimes there isn't anything that you got to do. There isn't anything that you need to uh, actively, like, if you're doing everything great, right? There may be something about this world that you may not, it may not sit well with you, but you just need someone to tell you, like, all right, so what's your thoughts on it? I'll probably be like, yeah, that's completely true. Like, what you're thinking right now, that's normal. Or it could be the exact opposite. Get rid of that out of your subconscious. Here's how the world works. And then I'll break it down like that. Go ahead. The link is in the description. And yeah, that's really it. Peace.